Hi, I'm Jeremy of Team Southwest. Today I'm going to show you how to tie the East Cut grass shrimp. First of all, we're going to start with what you need. Pseudo hair, hackle, Flashabou Crystal Flash, Chanel, thread, beads, monofilament, and super glue for the eyes. For the hook, I'm going to be using a Gamakatsu size number 2. And a few tools you're going to need are a whip finish, scissors, and a bobbin. We're going to start off by getting the thread started on the hook. The starting point for this fly, where you first start tying materials on, is about where the point of the hook is even with the shaft. Right there. Trim off that little tag end. The first material we're going to tie on is the pseudo hair, and you just want a small little piece. Don't want to use a whole lot. Secure that down, just a small piece, trim off this excess. Next, you want to use either Flashabou or Crystal Flash. I'm going to be using Flashabou here, but Crystal Flash works just as well. And just to add a little flash to your bait. And I get about 4 strands. And these are going to be folded in half, so it ends up making about 8 strands total. And all you do is you fold them in half around the thread, around your thread. Here, let me zoom it out so you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, you fold it around your thread in half. And you pull it tight to the hook and tie it on. Just gives your bait a little bit of flash to it. And next is going to be your eyes. Now I'm going to show you how to make the eyes. All you need is some beads, some super glue, and a small piece of monofilament about 2 inches long. All you do is slide the bead on the end of the monofilament and get your super glue. Put a small drop on the end of it. And you slide your bead right on that super glue and let it sit and dry. And you repeat the same thing for the other end of your monofilament. I'm going to trim this down a little bit. It's a little longer than I want the eyes to stick off the body of the shrimp, because it's going to be folded in half here in a second. And repeat the process. Another small dab of super glue on the end of the line, and you just slide that bead right over that super glue and let it dry. And that's your finished product right there for the eyes. And that's just going to be folded in half and tied onto your fly. Now we're going to attach the eyes. We're going to do it the same way we attach the Flashabou on there. You fold her in half around the thread, pull it up tight to the hook, and tie it on. Next, we're going to tie on the hackle. Just thread this around, going back. Trim the excess. And last but not least, the Chanel. And I tie it on the back and come forward on the hook and have the thread waiting near the front of the hook, and just make a bunch of wraps with the Chanel going forward towards the eye of the hook. And I like to build up the body pretty good here. Make sure you don't get it too close to the eye, because then you're not going to be able to get the hook, your line through the eye of the hook. And wrap the end of it to hold it in place. And clip. And now use your whip finish tool and finish it off. And take and trim that tag end with the thread, and there's the finished product. An East Cut grass shrimp.